No. Haley and I were talking, and we've decided not to move out right away.
Thank God.
No. Thank Haley. She thinks Max will be better off, and I agree.
Oh, he will. I know he will.
But it's over, okay? As soon as those condos are ready, we're leaving.
Mrs. Lavery, will you please answer the question? What did your husband say to you when you tried to stop that technician from drawing his blood?
He said you weren't trying to hurt him. You were only trying to draw some blood.
We weren't trying to hurt him. We were only trying to draw some blood. Now, what else did he tell you? What else did your husband tell you, Mrs. Lavery?
I'm trying to think.
Well, let me see if I can help you out. Didn't he say that it was okay for that lab technician to draw his blood? In fact, didn't he say that he was anxious to take this DNA test because it would prove his innocence? Mrs. Lavery, the court is waiting. Didn't your husband say he wanted to take that blood test?
I knew it. I knew I didn't like that guy from the moment I laid eyes on him.
I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I do know Braden, okay? And I know he doesn't like to be pushed around.
Well, then why doesn't he answer a couple straightforward questions, like, who the hell are you? Why would he blow us off of Ryan Lavery? Something's wrong.
Look, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I did... When I was in the hospital, he stood up to Uncle Palmer for me, you know? So maybe it is just like what he said, you know? He's just trying to be loyal.
Yeah, to Ryan Lavery? Why?
Well, that I don't know.
Well, I'm sure as hell gonna find out.
Dad, you got a minute?
Sure. What's up? Problems in the ER?
No, that doesn't have anything to do with work. It's about me.
Oh, boy. I loathe shopping for myself, but you let me loose in a baby boutique, and I'm God's gift to retail.
No shopping till you drop, lady. Up, get your feet up.
Oh, well, I'll remind you of that in 3 months. Oh, boy, I tell you, the further along I get, the further away my feet get.
Yeah. Allow me.
Oh, I like you on your knees. Oh, my arches, thank you.
Yes.
Oh.
Your toes are frozen.
I can't get used to this.
That's the idea.
Are you still gonna love me when I'm not barefoot and pregnant?
Forever and always, my darling.
You know, I was just thinking about the crib that you bought and, oh, that beautiful rocking chair. I don't know where I'm gonna put anything. I mean, the zillion things you bought for me and the baby.
Yeah, well, I called the clerk, told her that I would phone her and tell her when the arrangements were finalized.
Arrangements?
Well, you know, I'm going to need your input on some things like, the wallpaper for Colby's nursery.
Nursery? I live in a one-bedroom loft.
Liza, you don't really expect me to move in here after we're... Look, you sit down. Let me work on that back. A little tense, you know. There's a lot more crawl space for the baby at my house. And I was thinking maybe we could host the wedding there. I've already contracted Clarice Sincere to design your wedding gown. We'll fly her in from Paris. Or maybe we can hop across the pond and do your shopping for your trousseau on the Rue Gambon. We can have a honeymoon before the wedding.
Okay. Hold it right there. I know the difference between a rub down and a shakedown, Adam Chandler.
My gut tells me that Ryan is innocent, but why on earth would Braden stick his neck out for him?
I don't know. Maybe they went to high school together or went to the same college frat.
I got it. You two were friends, right? What did you guys talk about?
Mostly you.
No, seriously, what about family?
Dysfunctional.
Like there's any other kind? What about his name? Braden. Braden what?
I actually just think it's... all I know is just Braden.
What, that's his first and last name? Honey, only lounge acts and pop stars have one name.
Well, maybe he has an embarrassingly weird first name.
Like what?
Thaddeus. Okay, all right, back to Braden. I would suggest searching his room, but he moved out when Uncle Palmer did. Oh, Uncle Palmer's home office.
That's brilliant. We're lucky there'll be a paper trail, some kind of social security number or employment records.
Yeah, let's just go check it out.
I didn't even know Palmer had a home office.
Yeah, it's next to his secret room.
Mrs. Lavery, will you please answer the question?
Could you please repeat the question?
I'd be only too happy to. Didn't your husband say that he would happily volunteer to take that blood test?
Well, it's not that he wanted to exactly, but you said that if he wouldn't, then he'd be spending the night in jail with, what do you call it, serial killers. But you know that I don't understand that, because what does murder have to do with porridge?
Look, your husband was never in any physical danger. Now I'm going to ask you again. Did he not volunteer to take that blood test? Yes or no? Your Honor, help me out here, please.
Mrs. Lavery, answer the question or I will have to hold you in contempt.
Your Honor, you don't even know me.
Mrs. Lavery, answer the question, please.
Yeah, my husband wanted to do the blood test. He thought it might help him.
Thank you, Mrs. Lavery. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Dillon, anything?
No further questions, Your Honor.
You may step down, Mrs. Lavery.
Adam, it's usually traditional to pick a wedding date before you buy the dress.
You name it, I'll be there with bells on.
I just had this fantasy of getting married on a June afternoon in the arbor, surrounded by friends and family, everyone dressed in their summer whites.
The steward will be there, standing up for me, Marion, your matron of honor.
Yeah. Anyway, instead of a bouquet, I'll carry Colby down the aisle in my arms.
You know, I'd kind of hoped we could get married before the baby comes. She's due in, what, late April, early May?
Yeah, but if we tie the knot before then, you can just forget the Paris designer. You have to commission my dress through Omar the tent maker.
Well, I'll put Stuart on it right away.
Don't you want Colby to be in the wedding? I mean, next to her birthday, it'll be the happiest day of my life.
Sweetheart, I want more than anything in this world to make you my wife. But I also want what's best for Colby. I think she deserves to be born with a mother and a father.
Well, I appreciate you thinking of my daughter. But like I told you before, I already see you as her father in all the ways that really count.
I want her to have the best of everything. And I want her to have my name.
Well, you'll adopt her after the wedding, and then she'll be legally yours. It'll be my wedding gift to you. And my wedding gift to myself will be 3 generations of Colby women celebrating my wedding date.
I can see that you're troubled. What's on your mind?
I'm not sure. Something happened, and I'm having some trouble dealing with it. I'm in halfway understanding what's going on in my brain right now.
If there's anything I can do to help, I will.
I never thought this was coming back, and I was very clear about where I stood on this.
What is it, Jake?
I think I've been kidding myself about Liza's child.
You mean your child?
Well, so much for Palmer's home office.
That was very weird. No payroll taxes, no computer files, not even a W-2 with his name on it.
Well, maybe Palmer cleared it out when he left.
That's impossible. He left too quickly, and Opal's never gonna let him back in the front door. His appointment book and his address book is still on the desk.
You think what I'm thinking?
No, can't be that easy.
Why not? Works in TV movies. Yeah, here. Take a look at this. And it goes through the desk.
B. Nothing under B for Braden.
Check under L for Lackey.
Did you find anything?
Yeah, a bunch of locked drawers. Any idea where the key would be?
No. But I know somebody who's pretty good with his hands. Sir?
Gentlemen, anything to add?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to take this opportunity to again stress that in no way was Ryan Lavery coerced to take that DNA test. In fact, he had every opportunity to consult with counsel or simply to refuse to take the test. He did neither.
Your Honor, it's obvious my client was coerced. The DA threatened to sic tabloid hounds on Mr. and Mrs. Lavery. He called immigration, threatening Mrs. Lavery's status.
Clarifying Mrs. Lavery's status.
Your Honor, he shanghaied my client in the middle of the night when most decent people are sleeping, including myself. The DA here knew I'd be in bed, that my client would not have a chance to reach me.
Your Honor, the learned counsel makes it sound like this is personal. I have no personal agenda here.
Oh, the hell you don't.
Come on now, gentlemen.
This 11th hour shenanigans here is just an effort to coerce my client into acting not in his own best interest, but to protect his wife and his own personal honor. Now, given these circumstances, I request that the court find the DNA evidence inadmissible.
I'm going to consider this in chambers. I'll return with my ruling.
So, what'd you think? Ooh, I still have the touch. Bye-bye. You know, I'm actually beginning to enjoy this. It's been nice getting to know you.